G'day guys, today I'm going to talk about why adversity happens for you, not to you. So most people think that life happens, externally to them, right? A situation happens over here and this then affects their life. Okay, so that's a very much of a victim way to look at life. It's way that life is happening to me. So I am a passenger in life that I'm going along and I get to react to that stuff. But what's happening is actually life is giving you these situations for you to have self-awareness and to awaken, because reality, what actually happens in life is it's actually the other way around. Our internal state creates our outer experience, and this is what life is showing you. It's giving this opportunity to go inward and see what we're creating. So it's trying to switch it on you. So rather than look at someone said this to me, or someone's done that to me, or my boss has said this, or I'm a victim of life, you get the chance to reverse that and understand, okay, life is giving me this. How do I look inward inside of myself, then to look outward? And how can I then create the reality that I want to create based on what I want to do? So in this model where you are the victim of life, something will happen to you, which will then go, well, my boss hates me. I'm useless. My husband hates me. My wife hates me. I'm worthless. I'm wrong. I'm this, I'm that, right? And then that creates a limitation. And in the space of how I work, is that you can't go past these limitations. So your thinking takes you to a certain level. So what that means is that you can't outperform your own self-image. So if your self-image is I am this, I am that. That's as far as you can get. And that's why I'm employing a coach to see this stuff, is to, okay, this is where your limitation is. If you want to be over here in this version of you, which is all happy and, living abundantly and in love and, financially free and all that kind of stuff, then you can't get there from the limitations inside your head, because your current thinking can only get you to where you are. To get to here, you need to have a whole new world of thinking, a whole new paradigm, a whole new version of yourself. And it's very hard to get there from this place because you're stuck. You're stuck in this loop that says, I'm not good enough, or I'm wrong, or I'll never amount to anything, or I'm trying to prove to my family that I'm worthy in some whatever it is that you've got. Okay. So that's the beauty about what I do with unlearning, is the fact that we get to highlight these limitations and seeing what they really are, which is a construct of, you know, language patterns, and it's an illusion, right? So it's there because you think something's happened to you, and then you create a story on top of that, which then creates your reality. So if you unlearn that, and the fact that it was always just a language pattern, was always just a story, then you can actually get to this place where you are limitless in this place because nothing's holding you back. And that's the thing, is that life is having you to lean into it. It's actually having to explore that stuff, to go into that place where, is this actually true that what has happened to me? Because quite often you find the story that you think that you created is not actually the reality of what's happened. So that's where self-awareness is one of the superpowers for the high achiever, because they don't live in that world where life is happening to me. They'll have the self-awareness and the inquiry to this place of going, okay, well, what is this actually showing me? What is this telling me? What is this actually giving me the opportunity to do? And then we lean into it and go, okay, is this actually true? So you've got this in your life. The first thing to do is actually write down limitations of, who do I think I am? So what's happened to me? And this person's done this person's done this, and this has made me believe about this, and this is what I believe about the other person. But then you get to have this inquiry. This is where having a very, highly intuitive guide with you is to actually have you to go, well, is that actually necessarily true? What happens? And then you stop becoming a victim of life. Because the majority of people I see naturally live in that world of life is happening to me and I've got no control over it. And then they try and control it, or trying to control external matters to try and make themselves feel better. And that's just a losing game. You can't win that game. It's over before it started. So that's why I'm saying life is actually happening for you. It's actually helping you to go deeper within yourself, to have that, inward journey to find out who you truly are, beyond the self-identity, beyond the limitations. Then it leads to this place of whatever abundance and whatever relationships you want, whatever kind of career or job or wealth you want. It doesn't give them a place of limitations, because what most people do, as I said in previous videos, is, so most people try and get to this place here trying to stack on top of limitations, which is a castle about to fall over. And like I've said previously, it's like trying to renovate a house but not taking the stuff out of the house before you start renovating it. It's all going to turn to crap. So when I say life is happening for you, it absolutely is. You're not a victim of life. You're the creator of life. You just have to realize you are creating it all. And that's when one of the big steps to change and one of the big steps to self-realization is accountability. The moment you take accountability for your life, the moment you take responsibility for your life and where it is, everything changes. Because in that state, you know, you're not relying on other people to make you happy, or you're not blaming anybody else for that situation. And that's where the revelation starts to happen straight away, is you get that place where, okay, right, I can have a fresh start here. I can see my limitations. I've created these. Nobody's done this to me. And then I get to lean into this place, okay, life is happening for me to help us realize who we truly are. It's always showing us the limitations. It's always giving this feedback into us about, here you go, Greg, this is where you need to go deeper. This is actually alive. And it gives you the opportunity to do that. So very powerful, and the top 1% people know this stuff, right? This is why they'll keep going down this path of, self-inquiry, because it leads to a path that is limitless. The life you live in this place over here with self-inquiry is quite profound, but most people don't want to go there because they want to live this life of victim, because they're getting something out of it. It's like, oh, the poor me, oh, poor Greg, look at him. Look, someone's done this to him again. Oh, the poor thing, someone's left him again. There's no accountability or responsibility to the fact that you created that in your life, right? And there's this thing about, oh, well, if I get this, I'll get this full of self-love. Or if someone wants to look at, oh, you poor thing, patch on the back, and they give you this kind of, oh, you're right, and you get this big dopamine hit of, oh, someone loves you, right? But it's all false. It's shallow. It's hollow, right? So when I say life is happening for you, it is, but it takes courage. It takes real courage to do this. It's not for everybody, because most people want to say this place in victimization. But where true transformation comes from, and true wealth, true abundance, true love, true passion, where your life completely changes all over, is when you tap into this place of self-inquiry, self-awareness, and you lead into it, and you discover, okay, what's the limitations that I'm living in? How can I actually just, go beyond that? Because, as I said before, you can't go beyond your self-image. So it's about dissolving it. It's about unlearning this stuff. And once you unlearn it, it's open slather. You can do whatever you like from that place. So if you want, to go further in this, reach out. But don't forget, follow me. There's more stuff like this. I'm doing more weekly videos on this stuff about unlearning and how to get that state of high performance. But don't forget, subscribe and follow me, and I'll do more of this stuff. See you later.